Here's how this man got himself a car. First, he bought a small yellow jacket. Then he went to the airport and spotted a car he liked. Disguised as a waiter, he waved at a wealthy man, making him think he was just there to handle parking. The rich man handed him a tip, and just like that, the man got both the money and the car. The man's name was Jack, a master of forgery, theft, and deception. 4 years ago, he had deliberately gotten himself arrested. In prison, he spent his days in self-inflicted misery. Now, with only 4 months left on his sentence, he was plotting an escape. He shaved off his beard, dampened his hair, and put on a stolen uniform. Then, right under the guards' noses, he walked out of the bathroom and slipped away. The incident caused a major stir in the police department. Paul rushed to the prison immediately. What he couldn't understand was why Jack, with just 4 months left, would risk everything to run. Paul went through all the surveillance footage since Jack had been in prison. He noticed something strange. Jack, who normally never let his beard grow, had been letting it go wild. Clearly, something was off. Paul traced back to see when Jack had stopped shaving and found that it coincided with a visit from his girlfriend. Paul pulled up the visitation footage from that day and saw that Jack's girlfriend had been visibly emotional. She never came back after that day. Paul concluded that Jack's escape was somehow linked to her. He immediately organized a search, and sure enough, he found Jack there, staring blankly at an empty wine bottle. They looked like old friends. Paul felt a pang of regret for Jack. With only 4 months left, he could have walked free soon, but he had chosen to risk everything, adding another 4 years to his sentence for a woman who had abandoned him. Jack didn't seem to care. As Paul was about to speak, Jack noticed the metal wire on Paul's clothing. Sensing that Paul was facing a tough case, he made him a deal. "If I tell you what this is, a week from now, you have to come back to the prison and see me." Paul agreed without hesitation.
It's a security fiber for the new Canadian $100 bill.
It turned out that Paul was investigating a financial fraud case. He had finally tracked down the suspect's safe. Just as he cracked the lock, it exploded, destroying all the evidence. Later, Paul noticed the same kind of metal wire on himself. At first, he didn't believe Jack, but tests confirmed it was exactly as Jack had described. And just like that, they reached an agreement. Jack would wear a tracker and help Paul solve the case.